Ishafan, Half the World Within a City, by Davis. Ishafan was a major trading city along the Silk Roads. Within Ishafan there were many great mosques and bazaars. Both goods and religions were traded in Ishafan. Ishafan was positioned at a perfect area for trade. On one side of the map, Ishafan has two major cities flowing into it. Traders have to cross through Ishafan to get to Tehran, vice versa to get to Persepolis, making it a very economically stable location. Shah Tahmasp died in 1576. The Safavid Empire broke out into a second civil war. For many years after that, there were wars with the Ottomans and the Uzbeks. During this time, territories in Transcaucasia and Kurdistan fell to the enemies. The state of the Safavid Empire was dire. Then in 1581, the Khurasans withdrew from the Safavid Empire, leaving it in need of a ruler. One of the possible leaders was Shah Abbas I. In Qazvin during the year 1587, Abbas took the throne. He was only 16 years old. He would reign from 1587 to 1629. The empire was in bad shape right now, but with his help it would change drastically. In 1598, Shah Abbas I and the Safavid Empire moved the capital to Ishafan. Ishafan wasn't nearly as grand at the time, but the Safavid Empire saw potential. Shah Abbas was then able to reroute the Silk Road to run through Ishafan. This maximized trade, and before long, bazaars and mosques were springing up everywhere. Ishafan was a high-volume trading city during the times of the Silk Roads. Because the Silk Roads were rerouted, they ran through Ishafan. Both the Safavid and Seljuk empires used Ishafan as their capital. Ishafan had lots of religion and culture, which made it a fine capital. During the Safavid Empire, many goods were exchanged in Ishafan, including textiles, metalwork, polychrome tiles, mosaic works, and miniature paintings. Not only were goods exchanged, but religions too. Many different types of mosques and houses of worship were built in Ishafan due to the exchange of religions. One of those grand mosques was the Imam Mosque. In addition to the mosques, the Ali Qapu Palace was built. Because of all this culture, Ishafan gained the title Half the World. Because of the high-volume trade of goods and religions in Ishafan, bazaars and mosques started to develop. The biggest bazaar in Ishafan is Maiden Square. Maiden Square is 83,000 square meters and is the second biggest open square in the world. Inside Maiden Square is the Royal Bazaar, one of the biggest bazaars in the world. It has 2 stories and it is an open bazaar. With Ishafan being in the prime location with capacity to handle so much trade, Ishafan became a crucial trade city along the Silk Road. Ishafan flourished under the Seljuk and Safavid dynasties. The Seljuk dynasty reigned from 1038 to 1194 AD. The time of the Safavid dynasty was a very important period in Ishafan's history. During the reign of the Safavid dynasty, which was from 1502 to 1736 AD, lots of changes were made to Ishafan. The Silk Road was rerouted to go through Ishafan. Also, many beautiful mosques were built. The time of major change in Ishafan's history was under the rule of Shah Abbas I. Shah Abbas I ruled from 1587 to 1629. Between the rule of these two grand dynasties, many things in Ishafan were changed for the better. Ishafan is to the east of the Zagros Mountains. It was part of the province of Media. Ishafan was placed on the Silk Road in a perfect place for travelers to stop, rest, and trade. It is watered by the Zayanda Rud. To get to Ishafan on the Silk Road coming from Europe, you'd have to cross through Tehran. But if you came from the east to get to Tehran, you had to pass through Ishafan. Ishafan became such an important city during the times of the Silk Roads because of its trading monopoly. Thanks to the reroute of the Silk Road by Shah Abbas I, Ishafan had a trading monopoly in its area. Ishafan had the Royal Bazaar in Maiden Square. This attracted traders from all over India, Europe, and Asia. These traders exchanged silver, jewelry, silk, and much more. In addition to the traded goods, religions such as Judaism, Buddhism, and others were exchanged among traders. This led to Ishafan being a very religious city. Along with the trade monopoly, Ishafan was the capital of the Safavid Empire, and that helped to boost the quality of mosques and bazaars. With all the things that were exchanged in Ishafan, a mark on the Silk Road history has been left forever. Shah Abbas I moved the Silk Road so that it would cut through Ishafan. This gave Ishafan a monopoly on trade going to or coming from Tehran. Shah Abbas rerouted the Silk Road because the Safavid Empire was in a dire situation. For many years before Shah Abbas's rule, there had been war. Because of all the mayhem left from the war, Shah Abbas moved the capital to Ishafan. To increase culture and trade, Shah Abbas then rerouted the Silk Road. This spread culture throughout Ishafan, leading to the creation of extravagant mosques. It has been so important that Shah Abbas once rerouted the Silk Road and changed the city forever.